for having me. Thank you for having me. I know it's been long coming.
Sure.
But yeah, popular nickname, Master Bev, Kamala Sekaya, Ayanda Mngomezulu. I'm a bartender, I'm a culture curator, I am an event organizer. I'm just a creative actually. Yeah, I just have a passion for creating spaces where people can have fun and just enjoy themselves. Yeah.
So, because I've known you before you became Master Bev.
Yeah.
And then I go to Master Bev. I didn't know who was Master Bev. And I was following this Master Bev until I think you were West Side FM.
Yeah.
And you went live.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, oh, hello, Master Bev.
Yeah, but I personally did that intention. Like I have a passion for branding also.
Yes.
So when I did that Master Bev thing, I branched it out of who my personal life is.
Yes.
So I did a separate account for Master Bev so that I can have an account that I can use when I don't want to be Master Bev. Yeah, I did that intentionally. So a lot of people, they know Master Bev.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As much as I didn't know who was Master Bev.
Yeah, and then abantu abangazi personally, they just know Ayan.
Yes.
Yeah, I did that intentionally because the other account has mostly my private, like people I went to school with, primary with, high school with, and then Master Bev just has mostly people like we interact on a business scale.
Yes.
On a scale that I'm a creator on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I know Uguti ufunde multiracial school.
I wouldn't really call it a multiracial. Okay, I'll give that to you.
Yes. Yeah. Tell me now, how was it for you, Uguti uhlale eKasi?
Yeah.
And you had other friends, eKasi, and then ufunda elsewhere. How did you balance that? Would say, okay, you switch manje sesikolweni, and then you unalabantu certain people who are living a certain lifestyle from Lokshim.
I'd say primary days were like benganagi. I'd really say primary days benganagi because even the school I went to primary had a lot of black kids and colored kids. So benganagi, I don't want to lie, benganagi. Like I think it happened automatically. It was an adaptation because I'm good at adapting actually. But I think it was very easy to balance because I was playing sports on both occasions. I was playing sports at school, playing sports at eKasi. So amongst school in Nglalipol and not amongst eKasi in Nglalipol. But at school in was just a bit more diverse in sports because there was a time I was playing high jump, there was a time I was playing cricket, there was a time I was playing volleyball.
Okay.
So it opened me up to like diversifying.
Okay.
But yeah, eKasi Maslang is Nglalipol, so it's kind of the same dynamics in as much as not the same people, but the dynamics are more or less the same. And then when you reach high school, that's when you start being intentional with the fact that, these people are not the same. Ban base kaslami behave like this.
Yes.
Ban base skolweni behave like this. Okay. And then now I need to learn of how to mangse kasi to behave like this. And then mangse skolweni behave like this. Even when you're in varsity, you get to learn with mangse kasi, this is how I behave.
Yeah.
And then that's how you get people that say, that's because you are two different people and I relate differently to the both of you. So yeah, I think it happened gradually to a point where I was just like used to it. Because most of us know transport like ngihamba ngetransport ke ngoba kukude
bakhere ukuthi uphathise isikhathi bakugwarele ukuthi ukhere isikhathi
like kukude vele so akunandlela engizofika ngayo.
I know that.
But yeah, you get used to it.
There's something that you said earlier that was like it really touched my heart. You said you grew up from a home in Otando, you believe in love. Tell me about it, the family structure and all that. So
the family structure is we are a family of 4. My mom, it was a family of 4 actually. Okay. It was my mom, my dad, my bigger brother, and the last born. So yeah, my parents have been married for over 40 years, over 30 years, 40 years.
Oh, wow.
And I've never seen my dad lay a hand on my mom.
Oh.
Ever. Unless it's to show love, give her hugs, or when it's just banter between them two.
Yes.
But I've never seen my dad lift his hand in a hateful manner, physical manner towards my mom. And I feel like that's what my dad shaped a whole lot of the man I am today, and I'm very privileged for that. I don't want to lie. Yeah. I'm grateful for that, for everything. Because the family structure was my dad used to work logistics, big truck drive.
Okay.
So in most cases he wasn't home.
Yeah, he wasn't.
But when he was home, he'd make it felt good. I'm here.
Yeah. And then it would be sad when he leaves again.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, but yeah. So that was the dynamics at the home. My parents taught me and my brother what sharing is. because he too, my dad would never buy a football for me and buy one for my brother. So I one at a yen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I love that.
You know, even now can be in the PlayStation, in as much as there's a 3-year gap difference between me and my brother.
Okay.
So he has his friends, I have my friends.
Yeah.
So growing up, if the PlayStation A1, there needs to be a balance in towards. I think my dad, my parents were very intentional in teaching us what sharing is. Wow. So yeah, I feel like.
And then I heard you said was.
Yeah, my dad passed away 2021.
That's so recent.
It is. I've only healed. I was telling my friend the last week, he has imagined, I'm feeling like I'm the best person I've been for the past 2 years. I'm only now that I've had to deal with what I was feeling, because I am Ekaya. We had to be strong. My dad made sure my mom was a soft cookie. My mom, everything was done for her. So when my dad passed away, I feel like I can't speak for my brother, but I feel like personally you
felt sorry for your mom.
I took it really hard. Like for the fact that it's my dad, he passed away, but it felt very hard that my mom lost the person she's been living with for the past days. Like in young tall. So it was very hard, and I couldn't show her because I had to be strong for my mom. Because also she's trying to be strong in her own ways so that for us, but she can't help it. So I felt like we had, because after my dad passed away, I think I left my job. I was working as an analyst somewhere. I left my job. I was like, I want to take care of my mom, because Baba Moshonele Kai. So he died in our arms. Yeah. Because my dad, the day he passed away, he called me to the side. I think I was home. I was supposed to be hosting an event that day, but I woke up, my dad was extra sick, so I couldn't do anything. Plus it was rainy on that day. And my dad called me one day, because my mom had to go. I used to live into Zama society. My brother was not home.
Yes.
So he called me a Cameroon, like Ayanda Ngayagui. And then he was telling me how it's difficult for him to breathe on that day. Yeah. Like he doesn't see himself living towards after the death. Like I'm an Babu Manunga Kulumi whatnot. Kantuya Valelis. And with that he said a couple of things. Please make sure my wife never struggles for anything. Please take care of her. If you can take care of that person, that's the only thing I'm asking. And then he asked for other things that I can't speak about. Course, so I took that. I feel like I took that personally, because me and my dad were close, so I knew what my mom meant to my dad. In that sense, I knew what my mom meant to my dad. So I took that a bit more personal, because I was like, I'm not going to work. And also, I feel like my dad's passing, it turned away of how I viewed life, because I started viewing life as what are we living for if we're gonna die and leave everything behind?
Exactly.
My dad worked so hard. Like in his homestead, it's like you went from that to where you are now. I figure you built this huge house, you've bought all these things, and now you are dead. You left your kids, you left it's like what is this life? So I went through a period of that in my mind. And I wasn't aware of it. Yeah. I wasn't aware of it. And I feel like I gave up on a lot of things that I was doing personally also. It's not going to last for one day. I'm going to leave everything behind. So
you were discouraged.
Yeah.
But you didn't look at the side. Usebenze so hard. You didn't look at that way.
Exactly. Because my dad worked. Minekas being busy cheese boy.
Yeah.
And I knew his struggles as a guy. We are not what you guys think. But that was a form of my parents worked so hard for us to achieve this entitlement people are giving us. Yes. Like I was like my dad worked extra hard. My parents worked extra hard for us. I'm very blessed to grow up in a space like that.
So did you go for counseling?
I've only went for counseling late last year. It was more therapy than it was counseling. I'm not sure of what the difference is.
Yeah. You're on a just to check your mental.
Just to check.
Did you find a place you're
I did. Nakona, I think it was luck, because I was applying for a scholarship somewhere, and they took us through that period just to, because what they do with that brand, it's a brand. So what they do with that brand, before they take you in, they want to understand what your skills are, what your strong point is, what are your weaknesses, what are you good at? Are you good at speaking? Like they want to do all of those things. Yes. So when I was speaking to that person, she was like, I feel like there's certain elements of yourself that you are not exploring, and I'm not sure why.
Okay.
I was like, what do you mean? She said, there's a lot of things that when I'm speaking to you about, I can tell, Uguti, Like there's a lot more you can go at, but you're limiting yourself somehow. Would you like to explore why? And I was like, yeah. So they put me through therapy, but also the therapy wasn't like, it wasn't a physical one-on-one.
Okay.
So they do what they call as
the virtual.
Yeah, the virtual therapy. You could call it that way. They give you tasks. They speak to you maybe like once, twice a month.
Yes.
And they give you tasks you need to complete those. So that on its own. And it took me to finding out, Duguti, 2021 was such a good year for me. Like business-wise, eventing-wise, like it was such a good year for me. And then within a space of 2 weeks, so much happened that it shaded everything that I've done that was good for that year. Because my dad passed away on the 5th of December.
True.
My dad passed away on the 5th of December, and on that day I was supposed to launch a new concept I was working on.
Okay.
Yeah, which is the concept I'm working on now.
Yes.
So yeah, I was supposed to launch it on that day, and my dad passed away on that day. So 2 weeks, we buried him on the 10th, and then on the 26th of December, I had an event also. So I couldn't really deal with my dad's passing and mourn him and all that, because after my dad passed away, I had to switch back onto business mode that I need to do my events. Because I remember my Obabum Kuluam once set me down on some, maybe you should postpone this event.
Yes.
And I thought about it until sometime I look at my ticketing sales. Yeah. I saw that there's people from all the way from Cape Town, imagine, that bought these tickets. And me being so hard on myself, I was like, I'm not gonna let down these people that come all the way from Cape Town to come witness what I'm doing here.
Just deal with yourself
and then
later.
I'll deal with myself. It's fine. These people don't even know me on a personal. They don't even know what happened. So my an event was postponed. That's me damaging my brand that I've